Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin. Sayyidina wa nabiyyina wa habibi qulubina Abil Qasim Mustafa Muhammad. Wa ala ahli baitihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin. Walanatullahi ala addaihim ajma'in min al-an ila qiyam yawmiddin. Amma ba'd. May the peace and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon our holy prophet and he immaculate Ahlul Bayt. Salawat. You know, on this day, 10th of Ashura, it was very painful for Imam Hussain. It's the day when he said, "Inqassar al-dhahri," my back has broken. You know, on that day, Shimr ibn Jawshan, he came towards the camp of Imam al-Hussain alayhi salam, and he was related to al-Banin. It was cousins. And he would scream out, "Oh, my cousins, come to me, come to us, come to the army of Umar ibn Sa'ad." And the Imam, he would hear this, and Abu Fadl Abbas, he would get very angry upon hearing this voice. And the Imam told him, "Let's go." And he goes to him, and he's trying to convince Abu Fadl Abbas to go with him. And Abu Fadl Abbas looked at him, he says, "How dare you? Can you ask me to leave my brother, my Mawla, Abu Abdullah al-Hussain?" You see, Abu Fadl Abbas, it is said that he used to kneel down and he would watch the shuhada come back. He would watch them come and he would be there. And he would watch them very thirsty. So thirsty. Until that point of time when he saw Ali Akbar bodies coming, full of arrows with a spear in his back. And he saw the body of Qasim coming. There is no one else. This is Abu Fadl Abbas now and the Imam. And the Imam now is crying out, "Who is there to help me? Where is my support? Ya Allah." It is said that he goes to the Imam and he is asking the Imam, "Please give me the permission to go. Please give me the permission to go and fight. Let me fulfill this blessing, this potential." The Imam would look at him and he would not give him the permission. And then he said to him, "If you're gonna go, please go and fetch water from the Furat." Ya Allah. When the Imam told him that, it is said that Abu Fadl Abbas, he heard the voice of the kids. And it is said that this one little girl came to him with her lips so dry. 3 days, no water. Her lips so dry. And she looks at him and she says, "Oh, Ammu, Ana Atshana. I am hungry. I am thirsty. I am thirsty, oh Ammu." It is said that Abu Fadl Abbas now, when he heard this voice, he don't have no choice but to go and get the kettle of water. When he get this water, he goes to Abu Abdullah al-Hussain. But one thing he didn't do to Zainab was spare farewell. Subhanallah. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Salawat. Tonight, is a night where the utmost love or the utmost attribute of love, of brotherhood, got manifested. And I want to take a few minutes, recite a few riwayat on how the Imam taught us and educate us so that we can be able to build a brotherhood like the one of Abu Fadl Abbas and Imam al-Hussain. I go around a lot of communities and I see that strong brotherhood that needs to be there is not there. And a lot of it is because of ego. Because of ego, we cannot come together and build a strong brotherhood, a strong sisterhood to be able to pave the way for our living Imam. I'm going to quote two hadiths, inshallah, from Imam Ali alayhi salam. And we're going to see why that love of Abu Fadl Abbas alayhi salam and Imam al-Hussain alayhi salam, through these advices that they was getting from Imam Ali, was able to manifest to who? True brotherhood. Brotherhood is a resemblance of faith to attain closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what true brotherhood is. This is why, as a revert, as a convert, that I came into Islam with a lot of friends. You see, friends in Arabic is translated as Sadiq. Sadiq is a friend. But when I came into Islam, it became Ikhwan, Ikhaway. And it replaced that to brothers, to the point that I have a circle of brothers that are always there to remind me whenever my heart goes backwards. This is what brotherhood is. In the ayat of Quran, quote the ayat of Quran that now put more emphasis on this hadith. Salawat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, in chapter 59, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وَالَّذِينَ تَبَوَّأُوا الدَّارَ وَالْإِيمَانَ مِنْ قَلْبِهِمْ يُحِبُّونَ مَنْ هَاجَرَ إِلَيْهِمْ وَلَا يُحِبُّونَ فِي صُدُورِهِمْ حَاجَةً مِمَّا أُوتُوا وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ وَمَن يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ فَأُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. Sadaqallahul Aliyyul Azim. Salawat. You see, this ayat was an ayat that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about when the Muhajirin left Mecca to go to Medina. And through this ayat, he is teaching us how a brotherhood, how sisterhood supposed to be. In this ayat he said, and those who before them had homes and had adopted the faith became mu'min, they became Muslim. Love those who immigrate to them and find not any want in their presence. They came, they embraced them, even though they was going through hardship and difficulties in their hearts there was not one drip of greed. Didn't expect anything or wanted anything from them. You see? Of what the immigrants were given. Everything was for fisabilillah. They didn't want anything. Preference over themselves. They chose this brotherhood that was given to them over themselves. They chose over themselves, meaning that whatever they had, even though it was probably more than what I have, because I don't have not one sense, one disease of greed in me, what is his, or what Allah has blessed him with, that's his blessing. No greed. He continues, to them and find not any want in themselves or what the immigrants were given, but present even though they were in what? Difficulties and hardship. And then he says, whoever is protected from the stinginess of his soul, subhanallah, whoever is protected from the stinginess of his soul is the one who Allah protects. SubhanAllah. First step in achieving true brotherhood, true sisterhood, is by destroying the disease of greed, of ego. The Imam continues. He says, Alayka bimuwakhati man khadharak wa tahaka fa innahu yunjiduka wa yurshiduka. Alayka bimuwakhati man khadharak wa nahaka fa innahu yunjiduka wa yurshiduka. You should build a bond of brotherhood like those in Karbala with the one who is cautious and forbids you from doing evil. This is true brotherhood. You should associate yourself, the Imam is saying, with the one who keeps you in constant remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For verily he is doing and guiding you. He's making sure that you don't fall short, that you don't go astray. This is the type of brotherhood and sisterhood that we need to be building so that we can achieve that great community that was achieved and manifested on the 10th of Ashura. Salawat. This muwakha, this word muwakha in this hadith means building a bond of brotherhood. This is a relationship based on mutual care, support, and guidance. SubhanAllah. This muwakha that the Imam is using to build this brotherhood, a relationship based on mutual care and support and guidance towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is brotherhood. This is sisterhood. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تُفَرَّقُوا وَاذْكُرُوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ إِذْ كُنْتُمْ أَعْدَاءً فَأَلَفَ بَيْنَ قُلُوبِكُمْ فَأَصْبَحْتُمْ بِنِعْمَتِهِ إِخْوَانًا وَكُنْتُمْ عَلَى شَفَا حُفْرَةٍ مِنَ النَّارِ فَأَنْقَذَكُمْ مِنْهَا كَذَلِكَ يُبَيِّنُ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ آيَاتِهِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَهْتَدُونَ. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات. Allah is telling us now, when you build that bond, you build that brotherhood, you build that sisterhood towards in remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now he says, and hold firmly together. Be strong. Be strong. Don't let anything come in between you. Don't let the ego separate you. Don't do it. This is why he says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Innamal mu'minuna ikhwa, fa aslihu bayna akhawaykum, wattaqullaha la'allakum turhamun. If there is any dispute, he said the believers are but brothers, ikhwan, not sadiq, not friends, brothers. The believers are but brothers, so make reconciliation between your brothers. This is the disease that I see in a lot of communities. When I was Sunni, they used to always emphasize, do not be upset with your brother more than 3 days. It's brotherhood. If we want this community to be strong, to be established for our living Imam, these are the advices that our Imam has given us so that we can build that community. It was a community, it was a brotherhood, it was a sisterhood, very strong, that manifested to his utmost. We have to take heed. Innamal mu'minuna ikhwa fa aslihu bayna akhawaykum wattaqullaha la'allakum turhamun. The believers are but brothers, so make reconciliation between your brothers, your sisters, and fear Allah so that you may receive his mercy. Salawat. The Imam, he continued explaining this hadith with another verse of Quran. And he says, except for those who believe and do righteous deeds and advise each other to patience. This is your brother. This was the teachings that those Sahabis was getting, was learning throughout their journey, so that they could have been able to manifest that true brotherhood and sisterhood in Karbala. Subhanallah. Salawat. Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam, after he saw what he saw, he advised his son Imam Bakir, and he gives him 5 advice so that he can teach us, so that we don't become like the killers of Abdullah al-Hussain. Salawat. And this is an advice for you, my young ones. Imam Zainul Abidin, he gave his son Imam Bakir an advice to stay away from 5 types of people that will destroy your ego. Oh no, will make your ego big, will take you from remembrance of Allah, and will keep you from achieving your true potential. You want to hear it? Salawat. Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam, after he saw what he saw, he left these 5 advices for his son and for us, so that we don't become like those who went against him. Oh my son, the Imam is telling to Imam Bakir. I'm going to quote it in English because of the time. Oh my son, beware of 5 groups and do not seek companionship with them. Do not seek companionship with them. Do not speak with them, and do not make friends with them. The first one, beware of and do not associate yourself with someone who tells lies. This is the first advice that the Imam is giving his son. I told you guys the other day, always be honest. Always say the truth, even if it worked against you. The first one, who was the first one who was Sadiq al-Amin? Who was him? You know? You know? Salawat. One of the most important qualities of our prophet was trustworthy. The Imam is telling Imam Bakir, do not associate yourself with someone who lies. Allah doesn't like it. It's very bad, very dangerous. And when you lie, you have to lie, to lie, to lie. And Allah will expose you. Second one, beware and do not associate with one who has greed. Second one, greed. Why? Because he will always sell you out. Awlad Muslim, that guy who wanted to take them to Ibn Ziyad, what destroyed him? Greed. And he didn't even achieve his mission. Greed. Those young boys, they asked him, do you even have mercy on us? He said, I don't have 1 drop of mercy towards you. All I want is 20,000 dinar that Ibn Ziyad have on your head. Didn't get it. got his own head chopped off. Greed. Umar ibn Sa'ad, the Imam, spoke with him, offer him that amana, that love. So let me pour that drink for you. Taste it. Taste this love of Allah. That greed, allow him to what? Turn back. Did he get raped? No. This is why the Imam is saying, do not associate yourself with someone who has the disease of greed or jealousy, because he will always sell you out. Salawat. The third one, he said, do not associate yourself. Do not befriend someone. Do not even speak with someone who is stingy. Because whenever you need help from his wealth, he will refuse it. Never befriend someone who is stingy. If you look at these people that was in Karbala, in the army of Umar ibn Sa'ad and Shimr, you will see that all of those diseases that the Imam is telling you to stay away from and not befriend people like this, they all had it within them. They all had these diseases within them. The fourth one, beware of and do not associate with the one who is a fool. Somebody who is a fool. He's going to always try to deceive you. Always try to make you feel like he's better than you. He will bring you down because misery likes company. He will never want you to reach your utmost potential because he's going to always want you to be in his level. Always want you to be in his level. He will always try to fool you, always try to make himself somebody he ain't. Like many of them who call upon the Imam to come, make themselves be someone who they ain't until that test came to them, and Allah exposed them. And the last one with a loud salawat. The Imam is saying, and he said, this one is very important. Beware of and do not associate with the one who disregards family. The one who disregards family. This is very important. There are many ayats in Quran who condemns the one who disregard family. Never cut ties, no matter what. Even if it's a message. Doesn't have to be a phone call. The Imam is telling you, never cut ties with your family. If you look at Imam Hussain alayhi salam, you will see that he did not leave not one companion behind. That was his true family. It passed brotherhood now. Because it's all for Allah. When we all come together for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it becomes bigger than just brotherhood. Abu Fadl Abbas, alayhi salam, Abdul Salih, Al-Muti'u lillah, Wali Rasule. See, he reached a status that inshallah when Allah give you the tawfiq to go to Abu Fadl Abbas, he's also Babul Hawa'ij. Abu Fadl Abbas, he manifested his utmost love, this amanat in Karbala in such a way that he became Babul Hawa'ij. When you go to Karbala, you can go to him with any hardship and any difficulty that you have, and you can ask Allah through the love of Abu Fadl Abbas to give you ease, and Allah will give it to you. Abu Fadl Abbas, he was left alone with Imam al-Hussain. Imam al-Hussain don't got no one now. Like I mentioned earlier, they all are there. And Abu Fadl Abbas, he watched each one of them come back thirsty, no water. I lived in Najaf. I know that heat. When that Kahraba goes and there is no water, imagine those in Karbala. Allah. Abu Fadl Abbas, he goes to the Imam and he says, Ya Mawla, Ya Sayyidi. At that time he still hasn't called him Akhi yet. He hasn't called him Akhi. He's saying, Ya Mawla, Ya Sayyidi. Oh, I want to go and manifest this now. Give me that tawfiq, please. Give me the tawfiq. And the Imam is looking at him and he's saying, how I can do that? You is the one that is taking care of everyone. You is my flag bearer. How can I allow you to do that? If you go and don't come back, who are going to quench the thirst of those kids? Abu Fadl Abbas was very special. Abu Fadl Abbas was very special. He was the back. He was the back of Imam al-Hussain alayhi salam. Abu Fadl Abbas, he now gets the permission. He gets the permission, and all he's saying is Al-Atash, Al-Atash, Al-Atash. Ya Allah. He's saying Al-Atash. That's all he's hearing from these young kids. Al-Atash, their lips dry. It is said now that this lady comes to him and she got the 6-8 months little child in her hand, and she's saying to him, look at him. What had he done? 3 days they have cut the water. The Imam don't want to give him permission. El Imam no le quiere dar permiso a Abu Fadl Abbas. El Imam le dice a Abu Fadl Abbas, si tú te vas para el Forat, ¿quién va a cuidarlos a ellos? Ya Allah. ¿Quién los va a cuidar a ellos? Dice Imam Abu Fadl Abbas. He tell Abu Fadl Abbas to go to the Forat, but take that alarm so I can see from far. Ya Allah. Abu Fadl Abbas, he was very brave. He was very brave. He was known as Faris al-Shuja in the Battle of Safi. So he was very brave. When they would go to Abu Fadl Abbas, he would dispose them. He will move them. They cannot come to him. Abu Fadl Abbas is going towards the Furat. While he reached the Furat, Umar ibn Saadi is telling the army, don't allow him to get that water. But Abu Fadl Abbas, he is still able to move them. Él los movió. Él estaba en el Furat. He was ready to get that water, but his mind was in Abdullah. His mind was with Abdullah. He could have drunk that water. How many of us would have drunk that water? He is saying to himself, I was never taught this way. Zainab never taught me this way. How can I drink this water while I'm hearing the voices from the tent screaming al-Atash? Ya Allah. Abu Fadl Abbas, he was able to get the water. He was able to get the water. He was able to fill the pouch of water. Abu Fadl Abbas, cuando cogió el agua, siguió de camino para el tenta. Cuando él iba, ahora los enemigos se siguieron. The enemies. It is said that Abu Fadl Abbas, he was going, but he stopped by this palm tree. There was a palm tree. And in this palm tree, there was the enemies. Abu Fadl Abbas, he stopped by the palm tree. Se paró al lado del palo. Abu Fadl Abbas, now when he was by the palm trees, the enemies came and destroyed his right hand. Allah. The right hand of Abu Fadl Abbas hit the ground of Karbala. Ya Allah. Al-Matiyulillah. The one that Allah says that you can go and ask for your hajat. In Kasra Yamin. La mano derecha de Abu Fadl Abbas en la tierra de Karbala. That didn't stop Abu Fadl Abbas. That didn't stop him at all. His mind was in the camp. It is said that Abu Fadl Abbas, he continued moving. He continued going. His mind is in Sakina. His mind is in Ali Asgar. His mind is in Abdullah. Abu Fadl Abbas, he keep going. This is the hardest part of the Maktal. The hardest part of the Maktal of Imam al-Hussain is this one. Abu Fadl Abbas, he doesn't have the right hand. The right hand is in the ground. It's in the earth. How hot that sun was. That sun was so hot that Umar ibn Sa'ad, he would say, bring me water so I can put in the heels of my horse. But what about the water of Sakina? Allah. SubhanAllah. This is why the Imam gives us these advice, so we don't become like them, my brothers. Abu Fadl Abbas, he keep going. Now the enemies come. They surround him from the other side. Abu Fadl Abbas is thinking on Sakina. He is going towards the camp. If you've been to Karbala, you will see that the camp are this way. And Abu Fadl Abbas' hands are this way because he didn't want it to see them. He didn't want them to see. He's going, and the flag is still high. The Imam can still see him. The flag is still high. Abu Fadl Abbas is still going. Abu Fadl Abbas sigue por ahí. Y va de camino. Y sigue hasta que los enemigos vienen y le cortan la mano izquierda. He keep going until the king now they chopped his left. Now the left hand is enough. Abu Fadl Abbas, he keep going now. Now he don't got two hands now, but he was still able to manage to keep going, and he's still going. And the enemy is saying, if he reach to the camp, everything that we have done is useless. We cannot allow it. We have to stop it now. So Abu Fadl Abbas, he keep charging the tents, Ya Allah, until they started throwing arrows at Abu Fadl Abbas. They start throwing arrows of Abu Fadl Abbas. It is said that one arrow came now and it passed him in his eye. Ya Allah, Matiyulillah, Wali Rasul. The arrow passed him in his eye. La flecha ahora vino. Dicen que Abu Fadl Abbas seguía y seguía y seguía hasta que los enemigos le dijeron, tenemos que pararlo, no podemos dejar que él siga para el Jaimar, hay que pararlo. Vinieron con las flechas, le tiraron con las flechas hasta que la flecha vino de un ojo. Y que tiró. He hit him in his eye. But Abu Fadl Abbas, that couldn't stop him. Abu Fadl Abbas, he kept going. This is the hardest part. You know what? Abu Fadl Abbas, he keep going. This is when Abu Fadl Abbas felt the pain now. The pain comes now. The pain is coming now. When the arrow came and hit the wall. The arrows came and hit the wall. I was listening to a Maktal. This is the first time I hear something like this. It is said that Abu Fadl Abbas, this is the time when he stopped. This is the time cuando Abu Fadl Abbas se paró cuando la flecha le hundió al agua. He stops now. Abu Fadl Abbas is there. The Maktal is saying, the poetry is saying that Abu Fadl Abbas stopped now, and now he is confused if to go to the camp or to get water again. Listen, he was confused. I don't know. He doesn't know what to do. Should I get water? They are waiting. They are screaming, Achan, Achan. The enemies now, they are coming towards him. They see that now we have an advantage. This Faris al-Shuja'a, the bravest warrior, the bravest rider, he is there. Let's go to him. They're approaching Abu Fadl Abbas now. He doesn't have a right hand. He doesn't have a left hand. One of his eyes is pierced. The water is pierced. It's hurting him now. Abu Fadl Abbas now, he's looking. He's looking at the tents until the enemies start to throw arrows and arrows and arrows. Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Abu Fadl Abbas, he drops. And the first thing in his mind is to scream, Labayka ya Hussain. Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Ya Abdullah. Imam al-Hussain, he cannot see the alam. The alam is nowhere to be seen, Ya Allah. Where is this flag? Where is the flag of Ahlul Bayt? It is said that the Imam is looking for the flag. The flag is nowhere to be seen. But he's hearing the voice, Ya Mawla. Allah. This is when the Imam goes to him. The Imam goes to him. And even in that moment, he's looking at him. And he's still calling him, Ya Mawla. The Imam looks at him and he said, I don't want it. Not once you have ever called me Akhi. Call me Akhi. Call me Akhi. Before the Abbas, he never paid farewell to Zainab. Everybody, before they went to the battlefield, they will go to Sayyidah Zainab and they will pay farewell to Zainab. Abu Fadl Abbas didn't pay farewell. Imagine the state of the Imam. To go back to the tents, to see these kids and see their hero with his hand chopped off. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the tawfiq and the marifa to build a strong brother and sisterhood. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give me the tawfiq and the marifa to be able to fulfill our potential like those in Karbala. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless everyone here and worldwide who are commemorating the majalises of Abu Abdullah al-Hussain. And remember that al-majalis al-Hussain yamitu shahawat fi nafsik. Inshallah, we pray that these majalises destroy whatever disease and egos that we have within ourselves so that we can become the true companions, brothers of Imam Zaman alayhi salam. Matam Hussain, Ya Hussain.